All right. Let's go to night 2 then. Let's start off with John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now, this match, for a lot of the things people have been saying after the match, it's been more negative than positive.
Yeah.
I guess for me, it was a little bit different being there in person. I really enjoyed this match.
It's not what it looked like on fucking TikTok.
Oh yeah. Well, besides the finish, I was still hoping Cody Rhodes was gonna win, but it makes it makes sense that John Cena won it. The crowd popped big for it, but I guess the people at home were kind of nitpicky about it. They didn't really like it. It was too slow. It was this, that, the other. But what did you guys think about the match overall?
You go for this one.
I liked Cena's different movements. I liked him taking a lot of time between his two shoulder blocks and his movements into that. It was still him, but you could feel almost the apathy in it. I would have been fine, completely fine with the turnbuckle thing and him winning off of that but as soon as I saw Travis Scott, I was like, fuck this whole thing. Like, who the... I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Man, I mean, me being like a big fan of his music, and I know he's a big star, and they want that mainstream attention, but it's just like of all people, like just him. That's all it took for Cody Rhodes to go down.
Yeah, no Rock, no anything like that.
Nothing.
So, here's my takeaway from it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the promo we had Friday night with John and Cody?
Mm-hmm.
What was John's closing remark before doing an eye poke?
I don't remember.
I don't have to out wrestle you.
Oh, yeah.
John didn't out wrestle him. He outsmarted him.
Yep.
There's a reason he is a GOAT. There is a reason he is now the record-breaking WWE 17-time world champion. Heel John Cena is probably the most dangerous man in professional wrestling because he knows every shortcut, he knows every dirty tactic, he knows all of it. But because he was always baby, because he was always the one that did hustle, loyalty, respect, because he was basically the Hulk Hogan brother of our fucking era, he didn't have to do that. Same thing with Hogan. Hogan was the same fucking way.
Yeah.
And what happened when he turned heel? He was the most diabolical, hated motherfucker of that generation.
Yep.
Now, granted, Hollywood Hogan had a much longer run than what heel John Cena is ever going to have. But I think John can capitalize on his minutes here. That's the Dustyism. Maximize your minutes, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And by SummerSlam, he will be the most hated. And I'm talking about more hated than Dominic Mysterio 6 months into the business. I'm talking about worse than Nuclear X-Pac heat. He's going to be the most hated man in professional wrestling by SummerSlam, bar none.
Oh, yeah.
Probably to the point, even this motherfucker over here is going to be like, fuck John Cena.
I doubt it. I doubt it. What did you think of the match?
Some people are saying that he already ruined wrestling, but like in the worst way possible. I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, Draven, but I was also at Friday Night SmackDown. People were booing Cody Rhodes.
I boo Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and then when John Cena won, the whole fucking place popped for John Cena. Like, yes, John Cena's a heel, but people still love him. People are still cheering for him.
Because the era of a straight babyface and a straight heel is long gone.
Yeah.
The fans are going to love who they love. It is up to the worker, the wrestler, however you want to put it. It is up to them to either make them hate you or make them love you. And for John Cena, he has 20 plus years of all these fans loving him, looking up to him, and idolizing him. And he has only 27 dates left to brutally break that down.
Right.
And I think he can do it.
Yeah.
I think so
As far as the
too.
match itself goes, I mean, I loved it. I mean, I was like, I was screaming off the top of my lungs. I had a great time watching it. I don't. I mean,
I
other than I
heard
wanted Cody to win, but
Ariel
yeah,
Hawani saying how he doesn't feel John Cena's heel turn. It's not authentic. He's not acting enough like a heel. And I was like screaming, he doesn't think he's the heel, motherfucker. He's just
mhm.
done. He doesn't think he's the bad guy. He feels like he's vindicated, validated from everything that he's been through.
You saying that, it kind of reminded me of something. Remember what Roman Reigns used to say? I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy. Fucking John Cena.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one thing if he went heel, traditional heel, but he doesn't think he's the bad guy, and he plays the role perfect of someone who's just sick of the fans' shit.
And who better?
Who better?
Nobody. Austin couldn't fucking do this.
No.
Dwayne sure as fuck can't do this.
I think it's funny because I can just envision like that whole "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chant. Like the polls had flipped. Like everyone our age is now like, "Let's go Cena," and now it's the women and children. They're like, "Cena sucks."
And me.
And you?
Yeah, I was chanting Cena sucks. But...
Oh, and let's not forget about that one fucking 11-year-old got called out on Monday Night Raw. That motherfucker is going to be a fucking serial killer.
Who?
That 11-year-old, he fucking called out on Raw in London.
Oh, God.
The one they had the fucking close-up of him and all the John Cena merch. He's like, I'm breaking up with you most of all. And he's like, his soul crushed on camera.
Now, that kid needs to make it his life's work to join the WWE and call out John Cena out of retirement. And be like, I'm gonna be your
what a
match,
storyline that would be.
Oh, man.
Cena comes out with a fucking IV bag and a fucking wheelchair. You got some old dude just like trying to play the trumpet and it kills him.
That kid should use that as motivation.
He should. I think he needs therapy though.
100%. That kid is fucked.
We saw his world shatter on live TV.
Dude, little did we know, he just became Randy Orton's biggest fan.
Yeah.
Punt kicks and cutters everywhere.
He's gonna kill everyone named John he ever meets for the rest of his life. All right. What we got next?
Well, there's two more matches that I wanted to talk to you guys about. They're not
Jake, how you
considered
doing,
the big
brother?
matches. But is there any other big matches you guys want to go over before we go on to these other ones?
Did you want to talk about the Jey Uso match? I mean, it was really all right, real quick. It was very underwhelming, and the finish was retarded. They completely ruined any mystique Gunther still had. Like he puts the rear naked choke on him, and 2 seconds he's tapping like a bitch. Like Gunther should have passed out from that shit. We don't tap out. Big guys don't tap out. The fuck?
Especially not really known for submission wrestling. Here's the only thing I can think of in this particular situation. Gunther saw that if he didn't get out of this quickly, it was going to get bad. Let's call a spade a spade. Edgar, I beat the fuck out of your brother. I bathed in his blood while you were zip tied with the most incredible fucking zip ties of all time on the fucking ropes.
Toughest zip ties.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, kayfabe. If you got a hold of me and put me in a fucking choke, you gonna fucking let me go?
Damn. I mean, if it's for the title, I want to take the championship away from you.
By any means necessary. But this is more than just the title. I bathed in your brother's blood on national television 2 feet from you, and you couldn't do a fucking thing.
Me personally, in my mind, the worst thing I can do to you is beat you for that title. So as soon as you tap out, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you live another day.
Yeah, but how tight would you have that choke on?
To look in Gunther's defense, right before that, Jey Uso hit Gunther with a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know how many splashes, a spear, a super kick. Gunther was already done. That chokehold was just like the nail in the coffin. I'm gonna beat you with your own move. And he tapped out quick because Gunther was already done anyway.
I mean,
At least
maybe
that's how I see it.
I just think with a big guy that you've let have a 300 and something day reign, that he shouldn't tap out that quick. Period. I mean, I would have much rather seen him pass out or at least hold on for as long as possible. Try to reach the ropes and fail, something like that. You got to keep him strong. Otherwise, the last year it hasn't been a shit.
Shit. I mean, to me, it made sense. To me, it made sense. That's the move that Gunther has been putting out people for, like you said, over a year.
No,
I mean, that same. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying he shouldn't have gone out to the sleeper. I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking about he barely had it cinched in before Gunther was tapping. You know,
well, I recommend you guys, if you guys have time, go back and rewatch it and see how many moves Jey Uso hit Gunther before that choke.
I get that.
Jey Uso didn't have to do that choke on Gunther. Gunther was already done. But he did it anyway, kind of as like a, you know what, I'm gonna beat you with your own move because fuck you. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I get that, and I can also get where you're coming from. Maybe the finish, and this would just be me. I would have had Gunther passed out. I'm not gonna tap out of my own fucking choke.
No.
I'll pass out. That makes Gunther look strong as fuck getting out of that. Jey gets to fucking win it. It's more valid. And to me, and I guess we'll go ahead and talk this little tidbit of Raw. The fucking hissy fit he had last night on fucking Raw.
Oh, Jesus.
Kind of works well with what he did at WrestleMania.
Kind of.
He's fucking embarrassed now.
Yeah.
Now for the first time in almost 300 days, he has no title. Kaiser's not with him right now. He's all alone. He is a bully trying to puff his chest out to keep everybody in line. And that's not going to happen anymore. Yeah. For God's sakes, Michael Cole was ready to beat the fuck out of him. Michael fucking Cole. Broke nose and all.
Dude, I was losing. Look, during that segment when he strapped McAfee in, I was like, look at all these guys jumping in from the crowd. What the fuck? Like I didn't know what the hell was going on. I guess they were with Pat.
Either way,
but
it felt good. It felt good. I loved it.
But yeah, I felt bad for Pat. I'm happy that he stood up for Cole. I don't know what this means going forward for him, if there's any kind of a feud between there, or I don't know if McAfee wants to wrestle anymore.
Pat can go.
Pat can go.
Say what you will, he is a pretty damn good wrestler.
Yeah, no,
I think if they put Pat versus Gunther, that'll really, really make Gunther look like a fucking goofball.
That'll make him look like a bully. I'm not saying that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
I'm not saying that Pat would even have a chance. He could get wiped the floor. I mean, Gunther could wipe the floor with him.
He's gonna have to get some back on Pat McAfee does.
Oh, Grande Americana.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, gracias.
All right. Any other matches you want to talk about?
Yeah, just really quick. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the Joe Hendry Open Challenge versus Randy Orton.
We have
he got a
very
huge crowd reaction, but
I was really happy that Randy Orton won. I knew he was going to win no matter who came out. but he really jobbed the shit out of the TNT World Champion.
The what?
The TNA World Champion.
You heard that, right, Edgar?
Wrong company. Yeah.
Yes.
Wrong channel.
Too many.
I mean, he just dog walked him. Like, not that he should have won, but it should have been a little bit more competitive than that. 5 minutes.
It was like 3 minutes, huh?
And I knew when the RKO was coming. As soon as he turned around, I was like, it's done. Here he comes out of nowhere. Ended like that. I love that Joe Hendry had a spot. It opened, they filled it. Awesome. But he's their world champion. He's got to get a little something.
Well, I mean, what, Draven, you got any comments on this?
Oh yeah, he does.
I'm with you. I think Joe, for the first time in history, representing a once rival brand on WrestleMania as a world champion.
Huge.
You were here with me.
Absolutely.
You saw the fucking tear. It might have been alcoholic by my choice, but I fucking teared up because I've always been a TNA guy. Like, I've always wanted to see that brand succeed.
Yeah.
And it's not just because my family was invested in it and they've wrestled in it and it's like the place I've always wanted to work. It's always been that little engine that could, and it's always been that one company that, regardless of whoever's fucking tried, it's never fucking died.
Yeah.
Even though there's times I wanted it to die.
When they didn't have TV deals, when fucking Dixie Carter ran it straight underground. Hey, come on.
The Global Force merger, that was rock bottom for me. And that's when Cody fucking came in. Cody was one of the Global Force champions.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the next gen champion. Anyway, I felt like a proud dad watching his kid. And it's not really necessarily Joe Hendry. It's the fact that TNA as a brand was represented on the biggest show of the year.
Yep.
Say what you will, regardless of the company, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of all professional wrestling.
Yeah, without question.
The match itself was good. I think it did what it needed to. We all knew Randy wasn't going to basically work that fucking hard, considering it wasn't Randy, it wasn't Kevin.
Right.
I like the little comedy spots with Hendry setting up his finish, and he's like, the fuck no. I love all of it. I even loved the finish where he did the fucking turnaround right into the fucking cutter. Loved it all.
I loved that.
I loved it. The only gripe I have, and it's probably one of the gripes you have, is that when everything was said and done, the bell was rung, and he was giving Joe the rub. He ate another cutter.
Yeah.
That's the only, I was like, maybe that was a bit much. You know, Randy, this is your 20th WrestleMania. For sure, this is Joe's, quote unquote, right now, only WrestleMania. Give him that moment. Let him suck that shit in. Now, granted, to me, I also feel like that was a fucking test from Hunter. Like, all right, kid, if you fucking do this, you're a made fucking man. Once your TNA contracts expire, we'll fucking bring you in. Which is very likely to happen.
Yeah.
Joe's been on call for WWE whenever they need anything. And he's been a company guy. We'll talk about company guys later with Karrion Kross. But I've had no issue with this. I loved it all. It was just, the cutter just felt like it was a bit much. The second one.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, what do you think, man?
I thought it was awesome. I don't understand like why people are so upset about this. Like the last time Joe Hendry was in WWE, not NXT, but WWE TV, I'm pretty sure was when he was playing Rusev's lawyer, which was back in like 2015 or something like that.
Yeah.
Now he went from that to facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And I'm just like, I mean, there's only so much you can take. Like, get what you can take. Like, you're on the main stage with a major star like Randy Orton. Like, so what if you got beat like in 3 minutes? Like, in a way, Randy still made him look good. Randy was like doing his pose and everything. And I just saw an interview with Joe Hendry talking about this. Joe Hendry was like, I was pretty much presented to all of WWE on that day.
Yeah.
So kind of like what Draven said, like, hey, maybe when his contract in TNA is up, he's gonna come to the WWE and people are gonna know who he is. A lot of people already know who he is, but now the WWE hardcore audience, every WWE fan is gonna know who he is now. And all he needed was 3 minutes. So
I mean, it's
mean,
it's huge for him. I just get flashbacks to, them embarrassing outside talent.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not one screaming on social media about it.
Groins.
But I just thought that I thought he deserved a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So,
But yeah, no, I thought that was amazing. I popped huge. I'm not the biggest Joe Hendry fan, but I popped huge because
it was a huge deal.
The day before that, I was at WrestleCon. He was just walking around like nothing. I'm like, holy shit! I just said hi to him. Just said,
well, damn.
Someone said his name. He appeared somewhere else. Who said your name?
Someone's at my door. Actually, give me a second. Talk amongst yourself.
All right, we're gonna go to a commercial. We'll be right back.
Looking like a bitch over there.